I'm Karen Blevins, and in this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to search for and view observations that have images. At the Data Editor control panel, click Edit Existing Occurrence Records, which will bring up the record search form. You can search on any field. However, for this demonstration, I'm going to search where scientific name is Psiloporus clarkii. But since I only want those records with the images, let me get the since I only want those records with images, I'm going to select the With Images option. So I'm going to display the table, and I get 3 records in the results set. To view the image or images for an observation, expand the editor window for the observation you're interested in, and the image panel is displayed to the right of the editor window. The image may be displayed in either medium or high resolution depending on the image, the resolution of the image uploaded. Zoom instructions can be brought up by just clicking on the zoom info icon. Now, regardless of whether you use the control button or the shift button, to zoom back in, you will use the shift button. So control is a fixed zoom. So I've got the control button depressed, but notice I can't return. I've released the control button. I can pan, but I cannot return to the original size. So I'm going to hit the shift button, and notice when I click on the image, the cursor changed to a plus sign or cross, and then if I drag it down to the right, it returns to the normal size with the shift key depressed, and I zoom from the lower left or lower right to the upper left, it enlarges. So again, to get back to that original size, you'll need the shift button. You can unlock the image panel and make it draggable by clicking on the 4-sided arrow. So notice when I click on it, it changes to a anchor. Now, if I try to drag it and I just happen to push it, or click on the anchor arrow, when I release, it snaps back and returns to the locked position. So if you're going to drag it somewhere, notice you get a 4-sided arrow. This, of course, in here, you're going to get the pan, but as long as I have that 4-sided arrow, I can drag it anywhere in the window. You can resize the image panel by, I'm going to scroll down, not by this edge, but this edge. So I'm going to scroll back up. There is a minimum and a maximum size that you can resize the image panel to. All right, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to lock it here. So notice you have a 3 bars and an arrow to the right of the dockable icon, right? That 4-sided arrow. If I click on this, it locks the image in place so that if I scroll the editor window, the image remains in place. If I unlock that and I start to scroll without that selected, without locking the image panel, notice the image panel will scroll with the editor window. You can rotate the image left or right 90 degrees. So if I hit left, it rotates left, and if I just continue, it rotates to the left. Same thing for the right. It's just going 90 degrees to the right, and again, you can make that full circle. OCR means ocular character recognition, and this is if you want to, generally speaking, remember this is for basically curating images. So this would allow you to generate alternate text that would make the record information fully accessible to the user. So just so that you can see, if I hit that, it'll generate meaningless text. Now, I can save it, or once I close the record, it'll delete this information. So I'm not going to save it, obviously. The images, this record has 2 images associated with it. So if you want to see the next image, you just hit the right, and that'll take you to the second image. And of course, it's the upper body of the specimen. The problem is there's no backing up there. You can't back up to the first image. So to get there, you have to just scroll to the next image and then go back, and it'll default go to the first image. And notice the OCR that I generated earlier is gone. So if you go back and search the entire record set, data set, all 41,000 images, if you just hit with images and put no other conditions for the search, you get 100 images or 100 records that have images associated with them. So it may be easier to just search the entire record set and then download that result set. And that way you can search it at will for the specimen or the scientific name or family that you're interested in. Downloading a record set is pretty easy. Normally, I'd recommend you return to the Symbiota Home welcome page and download from there. But when I tried it, I got multiple download errors and never got a download file. And I think this may be related to this being a development environment, because when I'm in the public Symbiota environment, I was able to download data without any issues from the search collections page. But again, I'm not sure what the issue is. But a second option is to do the search like I just did, and then make sure you have with images selected so that you're only going to get 100 records, and then just select the entire record set, the entire result set. I just scroll down, hit the shift key, scroll to the side, and then just hit this lower left, and all selected records are highlighted in blue. So I right click and I hit copy. I can also use Control V, and that would copy the data set. And then I'm just going to open up a Excel spreadsheet. And what I want to do is just go ahead and paste in that corner, and notice all columns paste. The structure is maintained, basically. Now you can also copy, or not copy, but you can also just go ahead and hit print, and then print to a PDF or a hard copy, whichever one you decide. I prefer just copying and pasting into a spreadsheet because the structure is maintained and you don't have to go through converting a PDF to a spreadsheet. As far as Control V and Control C, sorry, Control C is copy, Control V is paste. These are keyboard shortcuts for a Windows machine. If you're working on a Mac, I'm assuming that you already know the shortcut for copy and paste. All right, so again, you can just print it out to a PDF as well, but copying and pasting, selecting the record set and copying and pasting into a spreadsheet works really well. And then you can search in the spreadsheet, and then you can also take that information and search by catalog number, a specific catalog number in the Symbiota environment. So just so that you can see what happens if you go to search collections. Remember, I gave an overview of this environment in a different video. So I'm going to scroll down and look for our collection, which is Amphibians and Reptiles of Arizona. I'm going to find that search window. So again, I can just go here and say limit to specimens with images. I already know that I should only get 100 in the results set, 100 records in the results set. I want a table display because that's what I want to download. So I click that, there it is. And notice I have this download button, right? And again, 100 records is returned. So I know that that's what should be returned. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the download. And I just want a CSV file. I don't need the determination history. I'm just going to leave the image records just to make sure. I'm not worried about the trait, and I want it in the UTF-8. Now, I have practiced on this several times. I've tried different selections here to see if it would work. Nothing worked, but watch, it'll work now. So I'm going to hit download data. Nope. So again, I think this is related to that this is a development environment. That's the only thing I can guess. So again, copying and pasting into a spreadsheet is fairly straightforward, and it's only 100 records. So if it were pages and pages, then that would be something different. I would have to do something else to try to get that information to you. Okay, well, this concludes this demonstration on searching for and viewing records with images. Thank you.